Today we're on page 8 of our chapter 13 notes packet. So the last type of trig equation we're going to look at is one in which you have a double angle, right? If there is a double angle, such as sine 2 theta or cosine 2 theta in the equation, you use the formulas from the reference sheet. So for the first example, solve for all theta, theta greater than or equal to 0, but less than 2 pi. So that means radian measure, right? We have sine of 2 theta minus sine theta equals 0. Okay, this sine 2 theta, it's not the same as 2 sine theta. All right, this is a double angle. So we go to our reference sheet, and the sine of 2 theta, or 2a, is equivalent to 2 sine theta cosine theta. So we're replacing that sine of 2 theta with 2 sine theta cosine theta. So we replace this with 2 sine theta cosine theta. Took that and replaced it with its equivalent from the reference sheet. Copy down the rest of the equation. Minus sine theta equals 0. Okay. Oh, but look, we've got two different trig functions here. But we can still factor this, right? What's common? This is one term and this is another term. What's common to these two terms? All right, they each have a sine theta in them. This is no different than if we were to have something like if we had 2xy minus x equals 0. We have 2 sine theta cosine theta minus sine theta equals 0. Sine theta is common to both terms. Factor that out. We have sine theta, and then in parentheses, 2 cosine theta minus 1 equals 0. So we factored it. Now set each factor equal to 0. So we have sine theta equals 0 and cosine theta equals 1/2. Sine theta equals 0. Go to your quadrantal angles, the unit circle, 1, 0, negative 1, 0. So that's for 0 degrees, also 0 radians, and 180 degrees, also pi radians. Okay, so our radian measure here for sine theta equals 0 is 0 radians and pi radians. For cosine theta equals 1/2, this is a positive value. Cosine's positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. The reference angle would be its own angle in quadrant 1. So second cos 0.5, 60 degrees. And then in quadrant 4, 300. 360 minus 60 is 300. Converting to radians, multiplying by pi over 180. This is pi over 3 radians. And multiplying by pi over 180. 5 pi over 3. So there are 4 solutions for this first example. 0 and pi radians, pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3 radians. Next example, solve for all theta, theta greater than or equal to 0, less than 360. So this is degrees. Measure round to nearest degree if necessary. Here we have cosine of 2 theta. Again, this is a double angle. Cosine of 2 theta minus 2 cosine theta equals 0. Let's look at the reference sheet. Now, this is where we have, we've got 3 to choose from. Now, our other term here is cosine theta. So I want to look at something that has just cosine in it. So out of these 3, I would choose the second one. I would replace cosine 2 theta with 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. All right. So I'm replacing this with 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. I'll take that and replace it with that. Copy down the rest of my equation. Minus 2 cosine theta equals 0. Okay, now I'll put it in standard form. This is my quadratic one. 2 cosine squared theta. Next, the linear minus 2 cosine theta. And then the constant minus 1 equals 0. I'll attempt to factor. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. But there are no factors in negative 2 that are going to add to negative 2. So it's not factorable. So we use the quadratic formula. It's been a while since we've used that, so it's good practice, good review. Okay, so A is 2, B is negative 2, C is negative 1. Cosine of theta equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And b is negative 2, a is 2, and c negative 1. So cosine of theta equals 2 plus or minus the square root of, that's going to be 4. Double negative is going to be plus 8 over 4. So the cosine of theta equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 12 all over 4. Again, don't worry about simplifying anything. Just go right to the calculator. All right. We're going to key in 2 plus the square root of 12 divided by 4. .36 to 4 decimal places, 1.3660. So we have cosine theta equals 1.3660. And then our other value, 2 minus the square root of 12. Bring that back up. Change the plus to minus. Negative 0.3660. Reference angle. All right. This is a positive value for cosine. So cosine's positive in what quadrants? 1 and 4. Oh, but cosine of an angle can't be over 1. So this is going to give us an error. So second cos 1.3660. Yes, gives us an error. So no angles there. Now the reference angle here, remember keying in second cos 0.3660. Reference angle is, the nearest degree is 69 degrees. Cosine's negative in what two quadrants? Quadrants 2 and 3. 69 degree angle, reference angle in quadrant 2 would be coterminal with an angle of 180 minus 69, which is 111. And in quadrant 3, 180 plus 69, which is 249. There we go, under 10 minutes. This concludes our lesson for today. Thank you very much.